48 Hours explores a very strange attack on a woman in her own home. Morgan Metzer survived what was a violent ordeal, telling police that her attacker sounded like Batman. The biggest surprise turned out to be the identity of this suspect, though. 48 Hours contributor Nikki Batiste has a preview.
Morgan Metzer was startled awake in her Canton, Georgia home in the early hours of New Year's Day 2021.
I saw the shadow of a man's body standing there, all in black and just lit up by the light in the background. He had a mask on.
She thought she was just seeing things, but then
He pounced on me. He then hit me with a gun. Then he punched me.
Deputy Chief Assistant District Attorney for Cherokee County, Rachel Ash.
He turned her over and he put these handcuffs on her that were fashioned with zip ties.
In addition to the mask, the intruder had taken great pains to disguise himself.
Black hoodie jacket, black pants, black gloves.
Was he saying anything?
Yes, he said, "You're gonna regret this. You've done really wrong now." It was the sound of Batman's voice.
She described it like Batman, kind of like Batman, trying to disguise his voice.
Her assailant strangled Morgan nearly unconscious twice.
Did you think you were gonna die?
Yes, I did.
Eventually, her attacker left Morgan on her back porch, still bound with a pillowcase over her head.
What did he say as he left?
He said, "Do not get up until you hear 2 car honks or I'll kill you."
40 long minutes went by. Then Morgan heard footsteps approaching, followed by a very familiar voice.
"Oh, honey, what happened?"
It was Rod Metzer, Morgan's ex-husband. They'd recently divorced. He rescued her off the porch and called police. For Morgan, it seemed like a bit too much of a coincidence. While she didn't know who her assailant was initially, she told first responders she grew suspicious as the attack went on.
I just thought it was him.
When you say him, you're talking about your ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
Investigators started digging and quickly found a telling clue.
One of the items that was seized when his residence was searched was a book, and it was entitled 7 Ways to Be Her Hero.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Ooh, Nikki Batiste joins us now. Nikki.
Nikki, there's nothing you can say.
Whoa.
Honey, what happened?
Yeah, not the best idea.
Yeah.
Investigators told us Rod Metzer was trying to get his wife back. So he had this idea that he would violently attack her, leave, and then come back and rescue her.
Play the hero.
Yeah.
Play the hero. We hear from the prosecutor. He had this book, 7 Ways to Be Your Hero. The subtitle of that book is The One Your Wife's Been Waiting For.
And the fact that he left the book, guys, I mean, that's one of those stupid with 2 O's kind of moves.
Well, police were smart enough to check his phone. They were able to arrest him right on the scene. He never had time to get rid of evidence. He didn't think he was
What
going
was
to
his
get
explanation for why he was wandering in the backyard?
Right. That's what I was
Well,
to find her.
Yes.
Investigators told us, Rod told them he was getting ready for bed in his apartment. He heard a knock on the window. Someone said, "Morgan, Morgan." He called her. She didn't answer, so he went to where he previously lived with her to try to save her and found her beaten up on the back porch with a pillowcase on her head.
Are they still together?
Unfortunately for Rod, they are not now.
Wow.
It's not looking good.
It's a very sad story.
Yeah.
It is a sad
We're making light of it, but it's a very
it's
sad
a really
story.
sad story. Thankfully, Morgan is alive. The
Yes,
details of this case are unbelievable. Tune in Saturday night. I think
Yeah.
some jaws will drop.
Wow, we're looking forward to it.
We are
Nikki
very
Batiste.
glad
Thank
Morgan
you very
is
much.
alive.
Very happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can watch Nikki's report, The Batman Intruder, on 48 Hours tomorrow night at 10/9 Central here on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. They come up with some titles over at 48 Hours.